Okay, let's see if I can manage to repeat what I just vomited. This is what happens so many times in my life that sometimes for me a vomit is when something raw comes and it's filmed, when I am in a trance, when I am speaking with someone and I have this downloading information, or when I am laying down disconnected and having infinite parallel downloadings into nowhere because there is no receptor in that way, because I am the sender and I am the receptor. If the daimonion avatar spectrum is like the core and the electron, that emptiness in between is not emptiness, is the spectrum of in between avatar and daimonion. In order to be able to verbalize this, it means that the projector from here, that is not from here, but the projector, I am projecting that reality, is because the film was filmed by someone, but it's not film and there is no someone. There is a completely. So that's the structure. When you break the golden rule, it's something that is so clear for me that I would never do on purpose. Accidentally can happen, whatever. I would never do on purpose something that I wouldn't like to be done to me. Never. And I proved to myself this all my life. As a child, I would never beat someone. I didn't want to be beaten. But I was into fights many times, defending my brother or defending someone. I was never wanting to hurt the other person. I wanted to protect someone closer. And one day, the father of one boy that I beat without hate, just, hey, protecting my brother. Don't beat my brother. And then the father came and beat me up. And there was a huge conflict because adults are now into these children. I was 12, the other boy 11, and the other one, my brother, 10. Or I was probably 11 or 10. And I was 1 year older and the other one 1 year older, but I was the smallest one. My brother was my size. He was never able to defend himself. So I had to be his guide to tell him every day, trust yourself. If I can do it, you can do it. And my brother was following that until the child was absolutely buried. So I'm getting lost because I have so many stories about cognitive dissonance and this golden rule that through the years I've been doing things for others that they've been twisted in such a way that at the end it was almost a favor that they were giving me, just the possibility to do something for them. And I was never reacting in a negative way. Never, ever. And I never felt sorry like I was a saint. You just can say, what an asshole, or what an ignorant. They are complaining about something that you made a favor. For instance, I did it many times in my life, many. But lending money. If I am in the bank and I was in my account, I had 7% interest. If I lend someone money, because the credits at that time was 15%, a personal credit, I say, okay, I will lend you the money. Okay, hopefully you give it back to me. And I do it for free. I want the 7% from the bank. I'm not gonna lose money. I give it to you at 0%. For you is 7. But for you, it's -8. So there is no symmetry. It's a completely asymmetric balance that you could say 20 years later that I charge you 7% when now the banks are giving you 0. How the context is changing the nature and the reality of the history. So when pioneers went to United States, they don't want white people to be killed by savages, but they kill savages, no problem. They just dehumanize them to be in this unbalanced, asymmetric difference. That's the biggest cognitive dissonance. So it is an invention just like everything. Don't lie. It's another invention that is giving you guilt, and the ones that they know that religion is a manipulation because it's a generalized tagging point. Religion can only be individual. Being truly yourself, knowing yourself, never breaking the golden rule.